anti-white trend takes over TikTok, Justin Trudeau starts a war with India, and the US military sets up a hotline to find their missing aircraft. Welcome to the Weekly Roundup, where we cover the most diabolical yet hilarious news of the week. Our top story today: the US military set up a missing jet hotline after an F-35 vanished. The public service announcement says publicly available flight data shows SLED flying over Moultrie near Charleston. If you know anything, call Joint Base Charleston at 843-963-3600. No, this is not a joke. As Colin Rugg put it, $900 billion for our national defense budget, but they need you and me to find a jet.
Hello, I'm WhatsHerFace, and I'm here to talk to you about a very serious issue that plagues the United States. Each year, the devastating amount of 0 to 1 planes goes missing, and the military is crying out for our help. Our humanitarian contribution to the Ukraine war has reached $100 billion, and there's simply nothing left in our military plane-finding budget. So we need your help to find our missing plane. Please, call the number on your screen if you have any information. An AI operator is standing by to take your call. We were going to hire a live operator, but Zelensky needed new fatigues, and it couldn't just be regular fatigues, it had to be the cool, expensive fatigues that all the big boys are wearing. Call us now and be a military angel.
This is so stupid. Not as stupid as this, though. The Chicago mayor proposes city-owned grocery stores as Walmart and Whole Foods exit, leaving a food desert. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson said he wants to open city-owned grocery stores to serve neighborhoods that have become food deserts after 4 Walmart stores and a Whole Foods closed. 4 other Chicago Walmarts are still open, which the chain said in a statement continue to face the same business difficulties, but we think this decision gives us the best chance to help keep them open, serving the community. When the Post reached out to Walmart for comment, a company spokesperson pointed to the April press release, which said that collectively our Chicago stores have not been profitable since we first opened nearly 17 years ago. Oh look, another very clear case of the problem reaction solution paradigm. Grocery and department stores are leaving inner cities in droves due to theft, but instead of doing the obvious and prosecuting the criminals, open Soviet-style bread lines and make all those communist wet dreams come true. You know, leftists often say that the uptick in recent crime is not the result of soft policies on crime, but it's the result of poor families having to steal bread for their children. And they will pretty much do anything in their power to force their retarded statements into reality.
So why is this uptick in crime happening? Well, let's think about it. Do we think this has to do with the fact that there's record unemployment in the United States right now? The fact that people are at a level of economic desperation that we have not seen since the Great Recession? Maybe this has to do with the fact that people aren't paying their rent and are scared to pay their rent. And so they go out and they need to feed their child and they don't have money. So you maybe have to, they're put in a position where they feel like they either need to shoplift some bread or go hungry that night.
Is bread a euphemism for literally everything? Speaking of delusional leftists, according to a new book, liberal comedian Larry David confronted billionaire Elon Musk at a wedding they both attended over his support for the Republican Party, equating it with supporting child murder. Do you just want to murder kids in school? The comedian allegedly asked Musk, which was just days after the school shooting in Uvalde, Texas. That's a very good question, Larry. To which I respond, honestly, one of my dreams is to have dinner with the guy who convinced half the planet that supporting the Second Amendment is pro-kid murder, but supporting literal kid murder is not pro-kid murder. If anyone could direct me straight to the depths of hell, I could make that dream a reality. And while I'm down there, I'll also ask how this motherfucker has been the Prime Minister of Canada for 8 years. Justin Trudeau has accused India in the killing of Sikh leader on Canadian soil.
Over the past number of weeks, Canadian security agencies have been actively pursuing credible allegations of a potential link between agents of the government of India and the killing of a Canadian citizen, Hardeep Singh Nijjar.
Wow, accusing India of murder. That's quite the allegation. You know, at first I thought this was some kind of retaliation for that epic roast last week, but then I saw this. Trudeau's allegations of India's role in killing is validating, say some in Sikh community. Some members of Ontario's Sikh community say the federal government's allegation that India was involved in the killing of a Sikh leader on Canadian soil is validating, but not surprising. Bhagat Singh Brar, director of the Ontario Committee of Gurdwaras, says interference from the Indian government in Sikh affairs in Canada has been an ongoing concern. We've been saying this for a long time, that the Indian government has been interfering in our affairs in Canada since the 1980s, he said. Yesterday, for the government to recognize that and take action is very welcome. I wonder why the most hated prime minister in Canadian history would suddenly make such a bold statement in support of Canada's Sikh community. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that 100% of Canadian cities now look like this ever since his immigration policies took effect.
Ramandeep Kaur. Ramandeep Kaur. Ramandeep Kaur.
3 hours later.
Ramanjot Kaur. Rumanjot Kaur.
I guess they missed the memo about diversity being our strength. A new trend has taken over TikTok where users come up with clever racial slurs for white people.
Chalk children, clear swine, adank qarmon.
No purpose flour, expired cheese, chalk chihuahua.
No purpose flour, he says. Into the camera, invented by a white man, installed on the phone, invented by a white man, before uploading to the internet, invented by a white man. Hey man, I'm not out here saying everything white people create is wonderful. This next story proves that couldn't be further from the truth. Palm Springs residents complain about proposed AIDS memorial anus statue.
It's the proposed AIDS memorial sculpture, raising hundreds of thousands of dollars in the community and stirring up controversy over its shape. The round, limestone statue with concentric carved circles meant to represent the diverse community impacted by AIDS. Its eye-level opening signifying connection, reflection, and hope. But it's not seen by everyone that way, some saying it's too abstract.
It's really strained. I mean, this is almost like a piece of art looking for a purpose instead of the other way around. It could be about anything, and as a consequence, it's kind of about nothing.
There's also the view that it too closely resembles other things.
You hear it called the donut all the time. You hear it called the word you can't say on camera all the time.
For some on social media and beyond, the design resembles an inappropriate body part on the rear end.
In all seriousness, I think this thing is beautiful. I'm glad it helped Mr. Smith crack his way into the art world. Anyone know where I can attend his next big opening? The teenagers of a brutal and senseless killing have been brought into custody this week. After tying the teens to at least 3 hit and runs on the morning of August 14th, they were later charged with murder when video evidence surfaced of the pair hitting and killing a retired police chief and laughing about it. The two have been identified as Jesus Ayala and Zamir Keys. Upon his arrest, Jesus told police, "I'll be out in 30 days. You know, as a privileged colored person, I'd say he's absolutely right. But now that I know the police have identified him as white, I'm not so sure."
Say the line, Bark!
Hispanics and half-breeds have colored skin unless we're writing stats for them. Alright guys, that's it for me today. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out some other videos from my channel. Also, if you want to support me and this channel, please consider subscribing to my Patreon. I post 2 long-form videos there every month. All right, bye!